So is Vtiq a buy? What's going on, team? It's Ricky with Tech Solutions here with another video. So with a lot of news talking about its overall approval for its merger, a lot of people are now asking, as it's officially going to merge as of tomorrow, is it time to buy or invest in Vtiq? One of the first things that I want to remind you is that when it comes down to investing and it comes down to trading, the approach are two completely different things. Like as of right now, I made a little bit over $1,300 on a day trading natural gas ETF. This is something that I would never invest into, but this is definitely something that I would trade. And one of the things that I want to share with you is when it comes down to investing, of course, it's more on the fundamental side that you see long-term growth in that specific company. And in this video, I'm simply going to be sharing my opinion of what I've learned both about the pros and the cons of Vtiq, and I hope that this video just gets you one step closer to your overall goal. If it does, I really hope that I earn your thumbs up, and don't forget to stay connected with the first link down below, which will send you on over to our free Facebook group where you can connect with over 273,000 members. So let's start with the pros. One of the first things that I want to talk about is how Nikola continues to talk about the 14,000 pre-orders that they have that are valued at nearly $4 billion. This has to be, out of all the marketing and all the news and all the articles that I read about Nikola, that has to be, I think, the main focus of every single article. They continue and continue to try to put in your face of how many pre-orders they have and what that is worth. So because they have so many pre-orders, supposedly it's worth $4 billion. One of the things that I want to share with you is to place a pre-order with Nikola literally costs $0. So in comparison, I'm a YouTuber. Let's say I want to start a car company. I have over 800,000 subscribers, and let's say I even just get 10,000 people that, hey, I'm gonna create this amazing supercar. I've driven Lamborghinis, I've owned McLarens, you know, all this crazy stuff. I'm gonna buy the perfect and build the perfect supercar. It's gonna cost you only $50,000 or $100,000, and you can pre-order your Ricky supercar right now, and it costs you $0. I'm sure we're gonna get, 5, 10, 15,000 people that will pre-order it, as it requires no monetary commitment when it comes down to placing these pre-orders. This is a very infamous approach when it comes down to Tesla, but Tesla has now shifted as they don't need all those pre-orders where they require that $100 security deposit, in comparison to Nikola not requiring anything. So when it comes down to them continuing to repeat and repeat that we have 14,000 pre-orders, it's worth $4 billion, that is literally worth nothing to me, as no one made any monetary commitment when it comes to that, and they've currently made no sales. So when it comes down to the merger, they valued this at $3.3 billion. I feel like a lot of that comes from its overall pre-orders and what they plan to see in overall sales if those pre-orders were actually to go through, which again, I find to be very misleading. When it comes down to the leader in hydrogen vehicles, how can you be the leader in anything when you don't have actual vehicles other than simply just your prototypes? That's maybe a question you can better answer down in the comment section. There is one thing that I really do like about them, is that they are Arizona based, and I currently live in Arizona. Now, talking about the cons, why not IPO and why merge? One of the things that you have to understand, if you're someone that has invested or purchased Vtiq before the actual merger, you never actually invested into Nikola because they weren't actually merged. So one of the things that you have to understand is that if this merger didn't actually happen and they're like, hey, we're actually gonna step away, look at Vtiq and how it was trading before. It is literally a holding company for a merger. Like that's the perfect setup. So it just brings up the concern and kind of that red flag of why are they rushing to be publicly traded and not just IPO a year or 2 years from now. It kind of brings up the question that they probably need money, as a lot of electric companies do. When overall investors, if I'm not mistaken, began to invest in Tesla, it wasn't so much even for the car company itself, but the person behind it, which is Elon Musk. He had a lot of credibility when it comes down to his overall acquisition and sale of PayPal, and he was someone that was viewed as one of the greatest minds of our generation. So although I do agree that Tesla was an amazing investment for maybe those long-term investors, in comparison to Vtiq or Nikola, it is just very also misleading to try to compare, again, the unicorn for someone that is up and coming as of right now. So this is definitely something that I have asked myself on, why is it that they are so rushed to be publicly traded and not just IPO a year or 2 years from now? As you guys know, when it comes down to IPO, it does take some time. There's no actual sales yet. This is the biggest thing, is how, when it comes down to investing, so this is why I tried to explain the difference. When it comes down to investing and when it comes down to trading, I see why people are trading Vtiq. There's a lot of volatility, the margins are great, and it's getting pumped. There's no other way to put it. Think about this. You are Nikola. You found this merger holding company, Vtiq. You're planning to merge around June. Cool, right? Are you not gonna spend any money on marketing to bring awareness to your company right before the merger? No, the whole point of them being publicly traded is I'm sure they need money. So they're going to invest money to bring awareness, cause demand, and to literally cause, as you guys could see, the price to be pushed exponentially. There's no question about this, that it makes sense they're spending money on awareness and marketing to cause overall demand. There's nothing wrong with that, but you just have to be aware of it. And the reason that I'm sharing this with you is because when it comes down to trading, yes, it does make sense why a lot of people are trading it, because there is a lot of volatility and potential to make money in the short term. But when it comes down to the long-term bet on a specific company, and there's no sales yet, you really have to be someone that really believes in this hydrogen and electric car company to be a long-term investor and to understand that electric car companies don't put up a good fight in comparison to a lot of the other major competitors, and knowing that Tesla is already out there. I'm very excited to see how Nikola continues to trade, and yes, I do agree, even after the merger is announced, that can cause great awareness, which great awareness can cause great demand, and by great demand can cause the price to go up. But what I'm encouraging you to take into consideration is that there is a big difference from your intention with that specific company. If you want to trade it, I mean, I would be someone that would consider trading Vtiq because I can see the short-term potential in it. When it comes down to long-term investments, please understand that there is a lot of hype, there is a lot of demand right now. Vtiq and Nikola are very relevant. What happens 6 months from now, a year from now, it might not. I'm not saying it won't. It just would make sense that once they begin to not spend as much money, that the overall demand will slowly begin to correct itself. And that is 100% just my opinion. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Would you be someone that would trade Vtiq, or would you be someone that would invest in Vtiq? On top of that, if I missed anything, make sure you share that down in the comment section. I hope that this video gets you one step closer to your overall goal and that I earned your thumbs up. Don't forget to stay connected. We do run the largest Facebook group in the world for those who day trade in the stock market, and that's that first link down below. Like I said, I closed a little bit over $1,300 profit today. If you would like to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow is the natural gas report. It is literally my favorite day to day trade. So if you want to tune on in, click the second link down below, learn a little bit more about the Learn, Plan, Profit group, and see if it's a good fit for you. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green now. Take it easy, team.